so they'll be exciting to see as well. We'll see what we can get out of this set. I know it's going to be a good one. And again, it's best of 5, so we have a lot of matches ahead of us. Looks like we're starting on PS2, the gentleman. Love to see it. A lot of people just don't like stage striking, right? Alright. So, we got only about 30 seconds into the match, and seems like Soren's gotten some good conversions and percentage lead here. I'm not sure what we need to see from JR to see some strong advantage in this match. I think a lot of what Soren's been throwing out on JR's shield has been very safe. Maybe some newfound confidence as well with how good he was playing against FTP earlier today. That down throw to up smash is going to kill JR at such an early percent too, because Game Watch is so light. So maybe some of the advantage and confidence from Soren here is going to be the fact that Game Watch is super light and you can get some really strong and early kills. We know that Rob has these really strong conversions and kill combos as well. Oh man, JR really trying to get this kill. But Rob being on the heavier side, it seems like JR's just really looking for stray hits at this point to try to get the kill. We get a bucket though from a strong laser. Good reaction from JR. Might be able to get a solid kill here and then be able to get the rest of the bucket later on. Throwing out these up airs, but they're not going to kill, but that forward tilt will. Even stocks now. We know JR can be patient, but he's at a disadvantage percent-wise right now. Still lots of time on the clock though. It's only been about 2 minutes. We can get combos going just like this. And Soren creating a little bit of space with projectiles here. I personally know that JR has some confidence with items though. I mean, I played Diddy and I played against him quite a bit. Oh man, that bucket's gonna just disintegrate Rob there. That was crazy. I think that might have been the bucket that he attained from earlier, and that just finished it off with that laser. And both being strong lasers, that's why that just deleted Rob. Alright, now the kind of roles have been reversed. Soren trying to get the stock off when he ends up getting it with that side B. And JR definitely has a lot of combo potential at this point. Percentage-wise, it seems like JR could get a little bit more out of this situation than Soren. Jim is the lightest character in the game. But the bug is so difficult. Oh man, strong advantage and offstage presence from JR here. Ooh, big call out with the up B. Soren trying to go high with it. Oh, goes for the down smash. That would have killed if it caught. Man, scary situation for Soren here, but the high recovery is going to keep him safe. I think we've seen a little bit more adaptation now from JR on these high recoveries. Against Swax earlier, Swax was just able to kind of jump over him to get out of ledge, but JR is calling out a little bit more from Rob trying to get out of it. Maybe because Rob's a little bit slower in the air. JR can catch on to that, and he ends up taking the game with another forward tilt. I think both of the last 2 stocks got taken with forward tilt. So game 1 goes to JR, but we still have at least 2 more matches to go, as this is a best of 5. This is the first round of best of 5 for loser's side of bracket. Alright, looks like we're going to Town and City this time around. Rob probably trying to get some side B kills off the side of the stage. Well, on the other hand, allowing to give him some space with projectiles to stay away from Game & Watch's. Game & Watch's close claim just gets so much combo potential. Starts with the side beep, very interesting, but gets JR to commit and gets a grab and down throw out of it. Yeah, big advantage for JR here is these platforms. That center one being so low, he gets a lot of nair, kind of strings and combos. Oh wow, that's really interesting to see too, is that up B allows him to combo and to land on the high platform and then eventually even just add on to that. Oh man, that down smash almost killed once again. Jez been really going for these down smash callouts, but the timing is just barely off. Alright, so relatively even situation as Game Watch is so light. He definitely could just get down throw up smashed, but he gets the drag down nair to forward tilt kill on Rob. That killed from across the stage. I didn't realize that F tilt was so strong. Oh, decides to shield the laser this time instead of bucket it. Might just been a fear thing because JR is just really trying to stay alive in this stock. And gets the stage spike, goes for the down air, but continues an advantage with a rising nair. We always see that from Game Watches. They just drop from ledge and rise the nair. It's just such a safe option. But Soren playing really patient with this stock. I know he's trying to get it off so he can even things up, just like that. But at the same time, obviously needing to get the stock off. I think, obviously, I was proven wrong in that if I was thinking Soren was playing a little bit too patient. But he ends up getting a stray back air for the kill, and now things back to even stocks. But JR on this stage has been really confident with his combos. We'll see how we can get more of these kills, though. We definitely have seen that drag down nair is a thing. That F tilt, man. That seems to be the best kill option on this stage because the side blast zones are so close. We see Swax in the chat here. I love to see it. Thanks for the support. Alright, up 2 stocks to 1. JR is really holding a strong advantage here. Looks like Soren's still going high on recoveries, and JR's having a tough time to cover those. Nice. The up B to up air. Oh, and the up smash is going to take it too. There goes game 2 to JR as well. It's been a pretty interesting match to watch so far, as it seems like things start so even in the beginning when they're kind of just playing footsies, but once one of the players gets advantage, they tend up playing so smart and so well when it comes to putting out safe options and kind of baiting out their opponent. I'm realizing now too that Soren versus JR, Soren is the one that took JR out in winner's side to put him in losers, and JR being up 2 games, we're seeing a lot of adaptation here, and maybe some just better callouts. Yeah, I see in chat Papa Frank is saying, yeah, we got FTP waiting in grand finals right now. One of these players will meet with him from loser side. Alright, so we've gone to Battlefield as a counter pick from Soren here. It's been his counter pick for a couple matches now. I think it's also kind of a stage comfortability thing, but the extensions he gets off these platforms is kind of fun to see. Also, up throw to land on the top platform has got to kill pretty early. But at the same time, this is still a pretty solid stage for Game & Watch 2. He's going to get a lot of combo potential, nairing onto the bottom platforms and then continuing off of that. But we've seen now that maybe the stage comfortability and confidence from Soren is putting him in a really strong advantage, because we've got Game & Watch at 144, potentially dying very soon here. Soren with his Rob has been spacing pretty well away from Game & Watch's combos. Oh man, this up throw should kill off the top. Yep, there we go. So we got 3 stocks to 2. Soren with advantage here. But this Down smash, F smash is going to put a lot of percent, and it takes the kill from across the stage. Man, that was early. I don't know if that was DI or just the perfect percent. Alright, so both players starting from neutral once again. Playing footsies, trying to get something started, and if JR lands in there, he's going to get the world with it, and then at the same time, if Soren can land something with this gyro, or even just an up tilt, we're going to get a lot of combos out of that as well. Alright, really solid down tilts from Soren here. Big call out from JR with these down smashes, but they're just so scary, it's hard to interact with them. But Soren calling him out with a forward air. Yeah, JR still looking for these forward tilts, but gonna get punished for it with a down throw to up smash. If you instantly mash out of that, you're gonna get up smash so hard, but it is kind of like a 50-50 call out. You can kind of get out of the situation if you instantly mash out of Rob's down throw, but at the same time, if you don't mash, you're screwed. Oh, he barely spot dodges that down smash. JR's been getting so much traction out of that. Oh, but the very tiny hit of that back air is going to take Soren out. Back to even stocks. We'll see if JR can finish it off here and get the 3-0, but Soren obviously fighting for his tournament life here. Oh man, the double nair extension to Judgment. That would have been an insane way to end the set. Alright. Oh, up tilt, up air attempt from Soren there, but Game & Watch's privilege of just being able to up B out of everything keeps him alive. Game & Watch definitely had a kill percent here. He cannot get grabbed. Oh geez, okay. Game & Watch with the top. Let's see what we can do with it. Not much. Oh shoot, here's the down throw. And the mash was just not good enough. There's the one game for Soren. We're continuing the set.
What was the last stage you went on? Yeah.
Alright, so we're trying to figure out which stage we're going to here. Soren's picking his bands, but we're kind of just configuring around MDSR, what players have won on what stages at this point. We've been through quite a few games already. So it's going to be hard for the players to kind of find some kind of advantage state from picking the quote-unquote perfect stage, right? So I'm assuming same characters. We got Rob versus Game & Watch. It's been more volatile of a matchup than I've expected, right? If one player gets advantage, they've just been able to get a lot out of it. And the kill potential from Rob against Game & Watch, though, has been kind of insane. This down throws, two up smashes have been killing so early. I think like 90% for the majority of the time. But we got game 4 here. And we have gone to Smashville. Definitely close quarters match here. Soren starting with a grab, up throw to forward air. Oh, the instant bucket though. JR is getting a little bit better about looking out for those so we can get that bucket. He got a lot of traction off of it off of earlier games in this set. And it kind of definitely creates some intimidation for Soren to not be able to throw laser out just as much. Relatively even match so far. Both players kind of just getting stray tiny combos and stray hits. Nothing solid so far conversion wise. This down throw up smash might kill. Oh, we get some mix up. The no mash. Maybe Soren was looking for JR to mix things up, but he didn't that time around. Oh man, that random up smash call out is going to take the stock though. That's been, I think, out of all the sets so far, the majority of the kills have been to that up smash. Alright, JR really looking for this kill here. Rob being a little bit heavy, so we're probably looking for 1 or 2 more conversions from JR before he can get it, but I don't know if that was a full bucket or not. Ooh, the drag down there to F tilt. F tilt's given a lot of JR's traction for kills in this set. Really, it's been looking like Soren kills JR with up smash, JR kills Soren with side tilt. Oh, will we get a kill out of this? Just a back throw to off stage. Someone's going to recover high, of course, with that rocket boost. Oh, the F tilt's finally going to take it, just like I said. JR's calls on those have been really clean. Whoa, the down tilt to down smash calls out the air dodge from JR there. Full stock lead for Soren. But we know that Game & Watch just needs a couple combos to get back into this game. Oh, big top conversion into a back air is going to take the stock and the game. We are in game 5. That happened so quick.
Same downs? Yeah.
Things about pretty even between the two players so far, except for, oops, my bad. Put the second on his 3. Except for those last 2 stocks from Soren. Really strong callouts. We'll see how JR taps. Same characters, of course, but JR picks the booger green Game & Watch. That's so gross. Oh, they're both green now. Alright, back to PS2. Lots of space to work with for both players here. Nice. JR is up 52-0 right now. Nothing from Soren just yet. If JR plays advantage here and makes Soren approach, we can probably get a lot more out of this as well. Ooh, drag down nairs, 2 conversions. We're seeing a lot of clean work from JR on this game. Ooh, even just a bucket reversal on the top. Oh, he tried to bucket the laser there, but he didn't get it. Okay, okay. Has Soren on kill percent, and the down smash is going to kill off the top. No, that's just the weirdest thing to see sometimes. I never know if it's going to ground, if it's going to send sideways, or if it's going to send up. It's so weird. Alright, but full stock lead for JR over Soren here. We got the no mash mix up into the up B. That was pretty fun to see. Oh man, Soren looking for something to get started here. This could definitely be a kill percent for Game & Watch at this point. Down throw into an up smash like we've seen a lot of the time earlier. But at the same time, JR's been mixing up how he gets out of the getting grounded by the down throw. What we could also be seeing adaptation-wise is that JR is realizing that Soren's getting most of his kills out of grabs, so he's just staying just outside of grab range, not contesting shield at all either. But JR gets a stray forward smash, 2B up 3 stocks to 1. Could just be the space of the stage that JR is being given from kind of just this matchup now too. Is JR likes to be patient. He likes to wait for Soren to approach, and the early stock of this stage that JR was able to take has put Soren in kind of a state where he has to chase JR around, and JR just loves that. Alright, so 3 stocks to 1, full 3 stock lead now because Soren is at 113% and gets killed by a down tilt. A commanding win from JR that game.
Literally just never. That's what you have to do. Yeah. Literally, if you're approaching everything. Yeah.
Sounds like the adaptation that was made from JR is that he said, in my head I was just saying, I will just never approach.
Especially if I have